I'm Rod Kelly, and I'm from Eye of the Eagle Integrative Wellness Center in Manchester, Connecticut. But today is just going to be kind of a free day. I'm just going to let the conversation roll whichever way you would like to. And one of the things that I've been asked many times is, what do you do for a living? What do you do? Well, there's a whole bunch of terms I've used and a whole bunch of things I've described and discussed, but really what it boils down to, I'm one thing. I'm a healer. I help people heal, and then I help them project that healing into the future through a simple exercise that I teach them how to do themselves. Because bottom line is, nobody's got the right to heal you but you. But you not only have a right, you have an obligation to. And the obligation stems off to your family and the world around you. But most importantly, that obligation really is yours. It's not the doctor's obligation, it's not anybody's obligation, but it is yours. And what it really comes down to is the techniques that I have developed really are there for one specific reason, is to teach you how to gain control over your own health. And a lot of it comes from a whole host of different things, but it all comes from your belief systems about you and how you allow thoughts and old beliefs to linger in your mind. If you're the person that is a hoarder of old emotions, particularly old negative emotions, you can really anticipate that somewhere down the road this is going to reach up and bite you, and it's going to bite you hard. And the more of those negative emotions and remembrances that you hold on to, the harder that bite is going to be. And the only one that can change that is you. And for many years, I've told clients that there's a simple rule to change the patterns that you are following. And the first one is really just a simple one. For every single negative thought you have for the next 3 weeks, immediately replace it with not one but 2 positive thoughts. Now, if you increase it to just one, then best you can hope for is to just balance those thought patterns out. But when you hit it with 2 positive thoughts, then it changes it. And they don't have to be thoughts that are relevant to the situation or what the issue is. As a matter of fact, it's better if they're totally unrelated. Give you an example. I did a workshop for a Curves gym up in Northern Ontario, and one of the ladies that were in the gym, actually I believe it was the owner, she told me that the most stressful thing in her life really was his son that was about 34 years old. And she says every time that he came in, I see him pull in the driveway, and I knew before he left that it'd cost me at least $100. And over the weekend, he came, pulled in the driveway, and following the pattern that he's been following for quite some time, he comes in the house, and the first thing he starts doing is just spouting out this string of tales of woe. They're going to repossess his car, and they're going to kick him out of his house, and it went on and on and on. And all she did is she just looked at him and she says, "Have you seen my flower garden?" And of course, the first time she said it to him, he ignored it and just continued with his spouting out his negativity. And she said it again, and still he didn't pay attention. So she ended up just grabbing him by the hand, walking him out to the backyard and saying, "Look at my flower garden. Aren't they beautiful?" And he just put his hands up the air and says, "Ma, you haven't listened to a damn thing I said." He jumped in his car and went home. And when she came in to do the workshop, she says, "I felt like I didn't even touch the ground for 3 days." She says, "I felt so self-empowered because I controlled the situation." And often, negative emotions are based on situations that other people are controlling for you. And you need to really start taking control of your own life. Because when you take control of your own life, things come to you justly. It's just plain and simple. If you're projecting positive things out to the world, there's a propensity that positive things are going to come back to you. And what it really, bottom line, comes down to is the greatest healers in the universe are God and you. Take your responsibility. Thank you.